Alrighty. So last time, the group made it out of the storage cellar of the manor and brought Amaretto to to the priestess lady at the Shrine of Holy Chants. Talked to her for a bit, and then we went to Bartholorum's to chat up and hang out, and then we were then finally we made a stop off at the Townmaster's Hall to hand over Amaretto to Roland, and an exchange was made, and Roland mentioned that he was gonna do his thing, and Amaretto, big goodbye. He's like, all right, bye everyone, and then Xalia used her super cool powers to change it into something, startled Roland, and something about it just Karydin didn't seem right, and he took the group away more closer to the town square, leaving Amaretto with Roland, and after a quick detect magic to make sure that nobody was magically bugged or anything, convinced the team that the Roland that you guys saw was not actually Roland Rock. Heading back to Townmaster's Hall, Lekai and Xalia cased the place and went up into the little bell tower, ran around, and checked out where all the doors and everything were. And we saw Roland. Absent was Amaretto, and Aloe finally knocked on the door and got Roland's attention, enabling Xalia and Lekai to do their thing, procure some papers and such, and you all finally made your way in, and a fight broke out. Roland turned out to not be Roland at all, and was instead a doppelganger. Not willing to give up, the doppelganger quickly ended his own life, and here we are. Xalia was bending down and checking out the figure, who is some sort of like bluish chameleon, like clammy skin. As you poke the creature, it sort of like shimmers in response to your touch for a moment, for but a brief moment, and what would you all like to do?
I guess first, would he even have anything on his body, or is it just like
It would have like the longsword that he was trying to stick you guys with.
Okay. That's not my concern. I think hold on, trying to remember where we left off. So there's only one other door, and it's over here, right? This is the only place.
Yeah, you look around, you see
everyone else
where more entrances or exits could be, and you do see pretty much just one other door. It seems to lead beyond the current room.
Oh.
It's a wooden door. Seems recently constructed.
Yeah, that was the only place that hasn't been checked in Lekai's and Thulius stuff.
Yep, that is right.
Right. Well,
he said that Amaretto was at the jail, correct?
That's right.
Do we want to go check there, or?
I mean, would he have had enough time to take him anywhere outside and then come back. So I feel like he has to be somewhere here.
Yeah, he implied that the jail was attached to this building.
Oh, okay.
I see.
Well, there's only one last place to check, right?
Seems that way.
So you guys head towards this wooden door. Open it. It's not locked. And before you is a staircase that leads downwards. Looking around, seeing not much else to do. You guys head down, or?
Bailey is gonna stay upstairs unless one of you grabs her.
So he just like sitting there poking.
Yeah, she's like playing with his arm, trying to see how it works.
Yeah,
Not,
you
not
guys
like
see
playing,
Xalia
I guess,
lingering.
but she looked kind of sad.
Aloe's just gonna poke the doppelganger and look up at Xalia.
Well, before we go down, I did see this paper on the table. Pretty much confirms that he was working with the with the am I forgetting names?
The ones who took Skarn.
Yes.
Black.
Or at
Black
least
Salamander?
Sounder.
Black Salamander and working with the wrestlers.
I think we should collect Amaretto then. Before things get much worse.
We have to find him first. Are you two good over there?
We'll be right
says
behind
to
you.
Aloe. So, yeah.
Okay. And then Karydin's gonna pop open the door.
Okay. Boop boop. Goes down. You guys jaunt down the stairs in typical anime hero fashion, and you find a seems like the beginnings of a proper prison. Whoever was first tasked with forming the constabulary down here seems to have done, or at least tried to start the job. You find a single jail cell, and inside it is a slumped over a laid out figure wrapped up in a little cloak, dark hair, beard, boots.
Are they alive?
Well,
What?
you open the door, and the door is also not locked. Whoever put this person here saw fit that they did not need to secure it afterwards. You run over, and you can make an investigation check or a medicine check, your choice.
Are they not? So they're not even conscious. Like,
Not conscious.
okay.
All of us are doing an investigation check, or
Whoever's down there and would like to.
Bailey is still upstairs. She doesn't even notice Alice there.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna run up and investigate that.
I'm about to say I'm about halfway.
Sure.
Okay. 14. Rhyol and Karydin. You guys run over to the body, and this person has suffered a major wound in the kind of like upper torso area. It is definitely produced a lot of blood.
Jesus. I'm assuming. Gonna take an educated guess here. Say like a longsword or whatever sword the fake person had.
You take a look at the wound, Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. Shit. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on him.
Very benevolent of
Amaretto.
you. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he is wounded, and we kind of need him, maybe.
All right. So your paints a picture of your cure wounds application.
I'll see how effective it is first. Okay. Well,
All you need is
yeah.
one.
yeah.
Well, he's conscious.
If he, I mean,
Hey,
you don't
there's
know
a
that
reason. Again,
Ish.
her pharmaceutical business did not take off. Okay, I guess we'll from her machines. Again, like as before, sort of produces like this, sort of like first aid kit, and it just is. Well, I guess I shouldn't do that because technically it's magic. I should try and keep it somewhat. Effectively, it's like produces like this potion and like administers it to him.
Okay. So with your quick healing salve, you just apply it to Amaretto, and with his previous still body, you coax some life essence back into him. Seems like you get the sense that you were just in the nick of time. Had you dallied any further, or not straight up not come, things might not have turned out for how fortunate you are. Amaretto comes to, blinks, lazily looks around. Oh, you again.
Well, you're well enough to snark, so that's good. And I guess Rhyol will kind of like walk away, like set him down, let him rest, and walk back towards, I guess, the entrance.
I've lost count of how many times this has happened to me, but I'm never a fan.
Waking up bleeding in a dungeon?
It's not ideal, is it? It's not ideal, is it? What I wouldn't give for a hot crumpet.
Best I got is speed paste right now.
I'll pass, thank you very much. Well,
What happened? Well, clearly, I feel like you would be able to know that that the Roland wasn't who he said he was either.
oh, I figured he just decided that I was no longer Lord's Alliance material, and took a wound to the chest here. Threw me down, and passed out on the way down. Seemed to have this weird grin on his face when he did it.
And you still thought that was just regular Roland? Anyways.
I mean,
no, it seemed our imposter changed forms to Roland and deceived us.
I had an inkling, but I couldn't very well get away, could I? My hands are tied.
Yes.
Well, said he's some sort of transformer. Seems like there's more than meets the eye to this, then.
Oh my god. So,
What exactly? What's out of character? What species? Oh, doppelganger. Yeah, it was a doppelganger in disguise.
Indeed.
Lekai comes through and down the stairs and I see he's been here all the time.
Ah, welcome to the party.
Yes, we took care of our associate upstairs. He won't be giving us any more trouble. More like he took care of himself. Yeah. Swallowed something and it did the job better than we could.
Some sort of concoction. I certainly... Surprising, indeed. Well, if I were to put 2 and 2 together, I think that was both our Irem imposter and now our Roland imposter.
Potentially.
Only thing is, no sign of the real Roland.
It's definitely not in here unless he turned into hay. There's always the possibility that it's just in a ditch somewhere. It seems like these rapscallions don't quite care where they put their dirty work.
Here's not.
Alright, well, as the Soul Lords Alliance member around here, I suppose this is now my jurisdiction. I hereby exhume myself from jail, and I am acquitted of all charges. Will you help me up? He says with a grin.
Karydin puts, like one finger up to start complaining, and then just goes, okay. Walks over and helps him get to his feet.
Is that how that works? But whatever.
The guy crosses his arms. I guess he's stuck with us now for a lot longer.
Well, I don't think we can take him with us into the forest. Not until he's, cleansed of his curse.
Right. But do we have any other options?
Could leave him with Bart.
Yeah, Bart seems that might be just fine. Does the name Black Salamander mean anything to you?
Indeed it does. I may not be able to elaborate until...
Yeah, that would make sense.
Kind of weakly waves his left arm. Waves at you.
Right. Yeah, that's right. I forgot that's how that worked. Okay, well, that's good to know.
Well, then I guess we should go to the forest to help the priestess so that we can get our friend here his arm back.
I guess first we should get him out of here.
Yes, please.
I guess we'll would,
Okay.
escort him
Yeah.
out.
Take him over to Bart's, I think.
Alright. So you escort Amaretto out, helping him up the stairs. He's in his near-death experience, mortally wounded, blah blah blah. And you bring back into the Town Master's Hall proper, and where we find what Xalia and Aloe have been up to in the past few minutes.
Oh, you're back already.
Yeah, we found him down there. Near dead.
Hey. Yeah, you can't miss him.
Unfortunately, he was the only one down there. No sign of a real Roland.
Yeah. According to the doppelganger, He just recently set up that prison, so I can't imagine there would be anyone else there.
According to the doppelganger?
Yeah.
Oh, before he died.
Yes.
You can understand my confusion.
I suppose.
Well, I believe the plan of action is to take to take Amaretto over to Bartholorum, and hand him off there. And then we can go meet our ghost friend in the forest, and get Amaretto cleansed of his curse. As well as some information for ourselves.
Alright.
Amaretto looks over at the doppelganger being. It's like, oh, is that the feed there?
The one and only, I hope.
Oh, please don't jinx us.
Well, must be a brief thing. It was encouraging to have another Lord's Alliance member here, if only it was under a guise.
I mean,
Been in this business long enough.
there was another member. You just happened to come too late.
Hmm.
Now we have to find Roland. So
Or whatever's left of him.
Please.
Sorry.
Let's get moving before the day is over.
He looks at the doppelganger a little longer, and then kind of looks all at you once. You all, I indeed hope this is the last one. I've been in this line of work for some time, and I still don't know the answer myself, but this would be a question that you might have to answer. Are you strong enough to proceed forward when someone you perceive as a friend turns out to be an enemy? He nods towards Doppelganger.
Well, for now, I believe we can think about this later. We have some stuff to get done today. Leave the moral quandaries for when we've got the time.
Indeed.
And Karydin starts on his way out.
Yes. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. If we get there.
the guy just gives a quick look and then just moves on. Doesn't say a word.
Aloe shuffles over to Xalia, pats her on the shoulder, and hops off the little ledge there.
Hops up.
She appreciates the shoulder pat. And she's gonna kind of drag herself up and follow.
What is your current form, by the way?
I don't remember what she was looking at.
I think it was just.
I mean, there was the spider portion.
Yeah, some absolute Chad or something.
Yeah. Muscular man. Not
Okay.
man.
Oh, right. Alright, it was like muscular and had like shoulder spikes and bloody eyes, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. As you guys are walking out, Karydin, you see this person first. Sauntering happily up the path is someone that looks like could be argued as a little miniature you. Just happily, like waggling its arms, like it's got some purpose. Like heading up to the Townmaster place.
Hello there.
Oh, hi.
Were you, with Sig?
Yeah.
Do you, need anything?
Yeah, got claims. He holds up, like, a bunch of papers. Claims process.
We just came from here. Unfortunately, nobody's in. Nobody that can help, anyway.
Oh. It's closed?
That's one way you could say. It's closed.
The little kobold looks around. When open? Got claims?
Karydin lets out like a exasperated sigh.
He's like holding out with like full arm length, like just a bunch of papers.
Would you like me to take your claims and give them to whoever needs to see them whenever they come back?
He sees everybody else like coming out of the town hall and then narrows his eyes at you. If closed, why everybody inside?
These are my friends. We just came from seeing if anybody was in there. And nobody that could help us was there, so we're leaving now.
He's right.
Do I need a persuasion check?
Yeah.
while this is happening, can I, like... oh no. Can I just, like, be dragging the body of the doppelganger, like, to the staircase?
Yeah, you can. You can do whatever you want.
Zalia's gonna turn around and, like, actually...
What?
At Rhyol.
Oh, like, hiss at Rhyol?
Not exactly, but, you know. Angry noises.
Okay, I'll stop. Just... Sorry.
Just gonna step down. I'm trying to look a little bit ashamed.
It's just... Don't want someone coming in and just seeing a corpse.
Just gonna nod and still not look at you in the eyes.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over here now.
As Xalia moves away from the stairs. Where is Amaretto? Karydin, do you have control of Amaretto? Like, is he next to you, like, slumped over your shoulder or something? Or
I wasn't... Did he need the help to move?
He's probably fine by now.
Okay. He mentioned at least coming out of it.
Yeah, I wasn't...
Okay.
If he doesn't need the help to move, I wasn't supporting him.
Okay. No,
If he's healthy enough to give us sass, he's healthy enough to move.
Yeah. Builds character.
Okay. That's all. That's my only question.
So about that one persuasion skill check.
Yeah, the kobold's kind of like narrowed his eyes at you, and then tries to peek inside. He can't really see because everyone's now in his way. You're like the way you have all positioned are blocking his view. He can't really see. Let's see, Karydin, in your mind, you suddenly hear Amaretto's voice. Should I dispose of him?
Lekai just moves over and takes a seat.
Karydin sort of... He doesn't, like, start, but he inhales sharply a little bit. And then sort of turns around and looks. And then turns and looks back at the kobold, and then turns and looks back at Amaretto.
Gives you a wink, and then, like, points to his head. Like, gives it a little tap.
And Karydin shrugs, then nods.
Strong and silent type. You know, you can reply, too. And, he's going... Amuro is going to attempt to charm the kobold. Because he has one of those left. Okay.
Whoa.
Amaro's going to peek around and, oh, hello, little one. I'm sorry, we're closed for the day. Perhaps you can tell old Sigrid that to come back tomorrow? Looks around. Oh. Okay. Which one are you again? Are you Chips? And then Kobold respond, no, Shoes. Okay, bye. And then apparently Shoes the Kobold walks off.
In his head, Karydin's gonna go, thank you? Is that... Can you hear this?
Yes, I can, Karydin.
Oh. Huh.
You become quite acclimated to talking in your head.
So can you hear everything goes odd, or?
You don't know.
You can,
Only Karydin knows.
You can, get out of here now if you'd like.
Oh, come on.
Go
It was
ahead.
fun. It's like we can have a little private conversation, you and I.
Karydin begins, not exactly speed walking, but definitely not slow walking out of the,
You definitely got a power walk going.
Mm-hmm.
Amaroto starts laughing and then kind of like holds his sword wound. Ow. Yes, shall we, everyone?
What just happened? Amaretto?
Hi. Hello, that's me.
Alright.
He gives you a wink, knowing the question that you're wanting to ask, and is at your service.
Let's get going then.
The guy just yells for Raikel and Xalia, hey, you guys are done in there?
I give a look to Xalia and say, I guess so.
She's still not meeting your eyes.
Guess we're just leaving that corpse there.
Okay, did something happen between you two?
He, asked if we needed any help, and I said yes. But I didn't... I'll tell you later.
Alright. The guy gets up from the seat and joins.
Okay. And the four of you plus Amaretto. And you look back and you see Xalia trotting back up to you. Exit the Townmaster's Hall and begin walking towards the rest of Berry Bank. Move you over there.
No, the airplane formation.
Meow. Okay, so you exit Townmaster's Hall. It's didn't spend too much time down there, but you now have an Amaretto, and it is still a lovely day here in Bravebank. What would you like to do?
Well, we should probably head towards Bart's inn to drop off our charge. And then head out towards that forest to the east, I believe.
Yeah, we should. That sounds good. I feel like we should also try and tell somebody that this town no longer has a town master, and there's just a corpse in that, just so there aren't more people going in there for any reason.
Yeah.
But
Well, it could,
we could leave the messaging part to other people. I feel like we need to tell somebody. I should probably just tell Bart.
Yeah, let's tell Bart. I think that's the safest bet.
I'm just gonna treat Bart as the new mayor, huh?
Poor guy.
I mean, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys jaunt over to Bartholorum's Provisions with, oh, he's no longer here.
With a ghost rolling behind us.
With Amaretta sour intel, his wound is closed up thanks to Rhyol's medical treatment. And then we'll head in. You do see, like, as you're exiting, you see the kobold, like, walking back towards the Miners' Exchange before you head towards Bart's. And the door opens, and there you see Bart. He's looks like he's getting ready for the next dinner period. He's setting things out, making sure that he has the right ingredients for everything. He's got lots of measuring utensils and pots and pans, making sure they're all clean and such. There's the lovely wooden lounge with the sofas and comforts, and heading in and checking out everyone. You also see that Sigrid is here. She's in the other section where Cherry is assistantly managing. And Bart sees you all come in, and he welcomes you all heartily. Ah, hello! What can I do you for? How is everyone? Amaretto, you're back.
He's back. It's actually somewhat related to that. Do you think you could keep an eye on Amaretto here for us?
Well?
We ran into some trouble at the Townmaster's Hall, and...
Trouble?
You could call it that.
Trouble.
What kind of trouble? There's trouble in the town, we ought to know.
Yeah, do you remember that, we were talking about Hiram, how he had been killed by the rustlers, yet still seemed to be alive, maybe not well, at the hall?
I remember you saying, something like that, yeah?
Well, we met our friend Roland. However, he was not who he said to be or appeared to be. He was someone who could change their appearance to look like someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And we came. There was an altercation, and
As Karydin is saying this, Xalia is gonna come in and like just slump on a chair.
we may have seen them die.
Okay, so Hiram, who wasn't Hiram, ain't there no more. Now Roland, who isn't Roland, you beat up, and you got Amaretto, And he looks at him for a discerning, inquisitive look. Who is Amaretto?
Yes.
He is Amaretto.
I hope.
We think.
Amaretto says, I'm pretty sure.
You should. Doppelganger shouldn't be able to copy a cursed arm, right?
Well, hopefully not. Oh, God.
You guys hear a familiar voice. It's prefaced by a folder full of papers slopping down onto a wooden table, and this voice says, "You'd be surprised." And here's old Sigrid inserting herself into your conversation.
Yeah.
What's going on then? There's no one at the Townmaster's Hall? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, in fact, we ran into, Karydin sort of snaps his fingers. What was the kobold's name?
Boots?
Boots?
Shoes.
That's it, Shoe.
Yes.
We, ran into him.
Yes, I sent Shoes to go and file a claim.
That claim may not be getting filed for a little bit.
Oh my goodness. And she kind of puts the bridge of her nose between her fingers, and she's thinking for a moment. What is going on? In a whiny voice.
Well,
That seems to be what we're trying to find out, too.
yes.
She looks over all at you and has a lingering gaze on Amaretto. It's like, so you all came in here. Pardon me, I'm just summing up out loud. Ousted 2 fake leaders. Removed a...
Well, technically one, but they just moved from one to another.
Pardon me. A fake leader. Saved Mint Jubilee. She's now back here. And a couple of other things. Is that correct?
A couple.
Why? You might be the most successful people I've ever worked with.
We do our best.
Did you kick that guy's butt like I asked? The boss, whoever it was? Did you find out who he was?
We're working on that.
Yeah.
She looks at Amaretto again, at your hesitant responses. Well, Karydin's hesitant response.
It's a work in progress.
We need to get our friend here apprised of some trouble. Amaretto, can you show our good friend Sig here the trouble you ran into on your arm?
Amaretto's gonna need a persuasion check from you. He's not trying to just show everybody how scarred he is.
Where's persuasion? There it is. You know, Sig here may be able to give us some information.
Not particularly fond of letting everyone know of my problems, but... Sigrid, have you seen this before? He shrugs off one of his... or like the shoulder section of his purple mantle, and now his arm is on full display, and he's got a single silver ring, and from it is just this like blasting of scratchy torched skin that goes all up and circles around his forearm. It's ugly looking, like it's bad, and it goes over the palm of his hand, goes under the back of his hand. It's everywhere. My. I can tell just from here without even looking at it that it seems quite powerful. Yes, let me see. And she takes out a little jeweler's piece from her satchel. Takes a look at it. You know, I usually charge for this. Well, I can't sense a whole lot of it. Either it's beyond my grasp, or maybe my magic doesn't sense this. Sorry. My science doesn't sense this kind of thing. I'm a scientist, not a magician.
Well, thank you very much for taking a look at it regardless.
Do you have anything else I can look at, though? While I'm here, I'd love to provide services. Find anything interesting underneath Did you guys hear that noise?
What is that?
Sorry about that.
Did you guys find anything interesting where you went? Aside from this interesting individual. And she, looks Amaretto up and down, sizing him up.
Karydin's actually going to take out his sword and show her the silver one that he found.
Oh, isn't this interesting? Well, craftsmanship is quite exquisite.
I agree. I found it underneath the manor. It seems to be magical, so I'd like your opinion on what it does.
Indeed. Well, here, let me take a look at it. She goes to... You're letting her grasp it?
Yes.
Okay. So she goes to hold it, and similar to what happened to you, there's a where she seems to be not all there for a moment, and Karydin, you suspect that she's having a similar vision to what you did. And then she comes back from the rush. She's like, oh, I'll give this back to you.
Karydin takes it.
One moment. And she calls for her contraption that has been hanging around. This little floating hourglass-like little doodad. Will you take a look at this? And then the little construct goes over and touches it. There's a little extra glow for a moment. And you can see Sig also kind of do some kind of weird science thing on her own. And Newt returns to Sigrid. And is, oh, okay. I understand now. This sword is old. This has a magical enchantment on it. It will find your targets much easier. And indeed, with the magic bestowed in it, it will strike true and deal more damage. It's definitely sharper than a normal blade.
It seemed so when I swung it.
Indeed. And it seems to have a funny little thing. Whenever this sword senses that it has slain a creature, don't be surprised if there's a noise. Animal noise, but it's fun, I suppose. Depends on who you are. Certainly is a lot of history in this sword.
Certainly. Well, thank you very much.
Anything else anyone would like me to take a look at? I'd be happy to offer my services while I'm here. You guys, you've only come to the mining exchange but once, but...
Well, we've only been here for 3 days. I'd love to talk more, but I have a very busy day. Ideally, a very busy day. Tried to plan it out, and we've already gone way off track. So, I think we must get going.
I understand.
Yes.
Adventurers
sorry.
as successful as yourselves. Why? You've got more success ahead. You've definitely done a good thing rescuing Mint. She smiles, face warm. Cherry is certainly happy. She's just like my little brother. Well,
Oh.
so long then.
See you later.
Alright,
Well, with that being said, Bart, are you willing to watch him while we are taking care of some more business?
I believe I can.
alright.
He's got him being here. He's just in case something shifty goes on. Now I'm a rattle. I don't believe that you will, but just in case, he's got more than me to deal with. He's got He's got my assistant manager Cherry, and Mint's here too. She'll set anybody straight.
I don't doubt that, honestly. Alright, so that settles that. And so to the forest.
Maybe perhaps we should talk to the priest first, or
Xalia has pulled up 2 chairs. And
What was that?
taking a nap. Xalia has pulled up 2 chairs and is taking a nap across them. Not taking a nap, but she's curled up.
Karydin?
He's still soaking.
Well, he's asking.
Yes.
Well, he's broaching that idea. Is gonna sort of walk over and tap Xalia on the shoulder.
While this is happening, Sig gathers her papers and goes back over to the other side, like projecting her voice, asking for more mining equipment.
Xalia just kind of goes, eh.
I think we gotta get going.
She's gonna get up and kind of follow.
Okay. Let's get moving.
Okay.
All right.
So you guys exit, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. So then we're going to the priest because we don't have any information.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, we had a little bit, but I'm pretty sure we forgot at this point.
But literally, we have like barely anything, and we said, like, yeah, we'll talk to you tomorrow morning about it. And
And then this
we're
happened.
horribly sidetracked.
Oh, yeah. That is true.
Okay. So you exit, you head to the Shrine of Holy Chance, and you see Lady Apple there, lost in thought. She's at her shrine once again, where she seems to kind of always be. And she has a couple things that are glinting in the sunlight ahead of her. You get her attention. She goes, oh, yes, hello, hey! Come to pray the goddess of Holy Chance? And she's got like finger guns at you and a wide smile.
Well, actually, I think we're here to maybe learn a bit more about this ghost of yours.
No one ever does. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, yes, ghost. So this ghost, she's a nasty old bag of bones. She is. So she's really old, right? Ancient, in fact. She's super powerful. I don't know a whole lot. But she's supposedly like some ancient mage. She used to be part of some weird like darkness thing way back a ways. She left, she didn't want it or something, and then she was like, everybody leave me alone. And, like, she makes like this scrunched up face, and then she passed there by her lonesome. She got her wish, I guess. But anyway, she's mean, and she knows lots of stuff, but she doesn't really want to share information, and I guess I didn't follow her rules, and this happened. And she raises her now bandaged arm. You can see, like, peeking through like the splits and bandages that they're like bits of the flesh have turned to stone. So like she's got a rock hand and can't cast anything. Can't. My connection to the goddess is pretty much donezo, and that's not good. I need it back, but I can't really do it by myself. I was hoping you guys could go for me.
Sure. Would you happen to know any of those rules that you happen to not follow so that we could not fall prey to the same fate?
Yeah, she, I think they change every day. But she's got them posted. She writes them down.
She writes them down?
Yeah, as some sort of some sort of taunting mechanism. Me?
And
I'm not gonna allow some note to govern my destiny, but oops.
do you remember where this note was?
It's outside of the house, that is.
Okay. Well, I
Can't miss
suppose
it.
we'll take a look outside.
Well, where exactly is this?
Same.
Oh, sorry.
Where exactly is this? Is this house in the forest?
Yeah, I happen to know exactly where it is. I really shouldn't go there myself. I'll just be a liability, but I can draw it out for you. She's looking for like some kind of like charcoal or other writing implement. Do you guys have any paper or?
Xalia starts shape-shifting letters on her arm.
That's convenient. I can't really draw on you though.
No.
She shapeshifts a frowny face on her arm.
I mean, what if maybe like trace on her like arm and like maybe she could. I don't know. That seems a bit weird.
Is that a thing? That might be a little too complicated.
I don't know. It seems very yeah.
I don't seem to have any paper on me. Does anybody else have some paper? Anything she could draw on?
I have a spell.
I'm sure Bart does, or shoot, Sig does too. Sig's always got mounds of paper.
It's turning out to be a
Someone
day.
has notes. Someone has notes. I know one of you has a book. There are things we can write on.
Hey, Aloe, you had that note.
I suppose. It should work, yeah.
It's not good.
Aloe. Let's see. Aloe, make a history check. You have a whole vial of ink just sitting in your inventory.
Oh, right. True. This thing, I got this thing.
Struck by an epiphany. Oh, wait. Yes.
Right.
You do have writing implements. Great. Apple snatches them up and writes down just written instructions, and also draws like this kind of map. And she gets a little too into it and like draws a scale as well and says go here, then go there. You're pretty sure you. She also verbally explains it to you, and to make it concise, you're pretty sure you know how to get there.
Okay.
With all of these instructions combined. She tells you that you can head right out through the 3-board trail, and then you'll find some sort of like weird abandoned town. Ignore the town, you just go, that's just the landmark, and then you can proceed past it north to the to this massive ruined mansion, and that is where the ghost that she identifies as Sonora resides.
Another massive ruined mansion.
Seems to be an abundance of them. We should get going, I think. It's before it's too late.
Out of character, what time is it? It'd be like midday, morning?
It'd be
still,
midday,
kinda? Okay. Okay then.
Alright, everybody, we good to go? Anybody else got anything they need done?
With how this day's already going, I feel like maybe we do need some luck. If we could do I don't know any prayers, but any sort of quick prayers to this.
Sure, a friend here could help out. Apple?
Yeah, I'm supposedly talking to Apple.
What was that, Belle?
Sigma's being very loud.
Oh, okay.
Say hello to the nice people, Sigma.
Heard
Say
that
hello,
one clear.
Sigma. Okay.
It's real life cherry.
Apple, we may need some better luck. Would you happen to know a way we could do a quick little prayer?
Yeah, sure. That'd be... He smiles and looks at you all. That'd be kind of nice, actually. And she takes you all in, and this little brief huddle around the little shrine. It's got like the shrine itself has sort of like a jeweled hairbrush on it. It's got like a bag of silver pieces, and there's this little music box on it. And she takes you all in and mutters a few things to the goddess of chance, and says, "Oh, tomorrow, let these fine warriors and adventurers, may all their coin flips be the correct one, land on the edge if it needs to, and let them not be victims of rigging bets, and let there be no IOUs and all debts paid in full." I just kind of made that up. Maybe that's not the actual way to say grace to her, but I'm sure she don't mind. It's a lot easier when you have the divine connection, you know, that you can just be like, hey, chance babe, it's fine. Then she says, yeah, it's cool, but I can't hear anything. If you need any poultices, potions, I'm your gal.
Actually, what kind of potions?
When Narrator first came in here, he taught me a thing or two about mixing up healing potions, so I know how to make those.
Could you do me up one of those real quick? How much for it?
Yeah, sure. Just be 50 gold. Materials are kind of hard to find, but I've actually already got one prepped. So yeah, here. She pulled one out of her side pouch. It's a little vial-looking thing.
You
I don't actually. Someone
don't have
else.
the money.
Someone else. We have some. Right?
Yeah, I pull out. You said 50 gold.
50 gold.
Yeah,
I can pay you back later whenever I come into.
It's fine. This is gold that should have been shared with everyone, anyways.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
Okay. Deduct 50 from your and Karydin and I have placed a potion of healing in your inventory.
Yes, I saw. Thank you very much, Apple.
Of course. Don't use it all in one place, eh?
Thankfully, or hopefully. we should be able to get you back your connection.
I sure hope you can. Remember, you'll have to ask her to let it go. Give me back my magic powers. That'd be pretty cool. And also, you'll recall the main reason I'm trying to talk to her is I'm trying to figure out where this funky spell book is. Do you remember who originally owned it? Pop quiz.
Xalia's gonna pull out the spell book that she found underground, or that was given to her.
Like yours?
No, the one from underground before we met.
Yeah, there was one underground.
Okay. Spellbook? Where'd you find that? Let me see.
She's gonna hand it over.
She takes it, kind of feels it for a moment, looks in the front. It's not the right one. I appreciate it though. Person I'm looking for, it has the reason I'm looking for it is because it has a big paragraph. It's got some important information about what I'm looking for. It's less the spell book and more that paragraph. She hands it back to you.
Did it?
Putting it back and putting it away.
Did the person happen to go by the name of Aloe? Was it, or was it some other?
Did anybody write it down? Is that a character?
Our friend here had to look through had to remember that they had an ink pot. You think they wrote it down?
Wow. I remember Aloe.
No, not Aloe. The spellbook's owner is Jangle Jangle.
Jangle Jangle.
Yeah.
Oh.
I remembered it being something like that.
It's a nickname. It's not his real name. It's just what he took on when he became his great and shining wizard power.
So,
I need my magic powers back. I need Jangle Jangle's spellbook's whereabouts. And if you could do that for me, well then shoot, I'll owe you one.
Spell powers, Jangle Jangle. Got it. With any luck, we'll be back soon.
Alright. Well, sure do wish you all the luck in the world. You might need it, you might not. It's good to have it on your side.
Okay. Yeah, I guess with that would go, right?
I think so. Anybody have any objections or anything they need to do?
Nope, not at all.
No.
Anyone else, you need to spot them a 50 for a push to healing?
This must be a weird position for Rhyol to be in.
Nope.
Okay. I guess we're good. Hopefully, Lady Apple will be back with what you need, and we can move on to the next step of getting through a list of this town's problems.
Well, I know it always seems overwhelming when you're looking at it from the outside, but it ain't so bad from the inside, I suppose.
And I believe we take off.
All right, so you guys scoot, and you head out towards the direction that Apple, priestess of the goddess of holy chance, directed you. With the various ways. Excuse me. The various ways that she gave you directions, it's pretty easy to find, and you cross over the Three-Boar Trail, keeping an eye out for any unscrupulous individuals wearing cloaks made of gray, lest they attempt to raid you, making sure everything's all right, and so you head across the road towards the forest, as the directions informed you. And there's this old town that you guys find yourself in. Knowing that this is just a landmark, you head north out of the old town and moving forward from there. Give me whoever's leading. Give me a survival check.
I assume Karydin would be leading.
Okay.
But if anyone else would prefer to have been leading.
Nope. I'm in the middle of the pack.
Okay. Give me a survival check, Karydin. Okay, not bad. So this forest here, this forest that you're in, Karydin, and everyone else, the forest is starting to grow a little dark and still as the very happy music starts going away, and as the trail winds deeper into the trees, you continue making your way. Karydin, you're pretty sure you're on the right track, using the various the map that Apple made for you and remembering what she told you. There's heavy vines and thick layers of moss that are just draping across the branches, and it's starting to seem a little more swamp-like. The air is noticeably colder than it was back in the ruined village, and then back even further in Bravebank. Rounding a bend in the trail, you see a screen made from the warped branches of trees standing close together, kind of woven into a dome-like shelter in the shadows. And you can see that it overall forms the outline of some sort of abode. There's a low doorway that leads inside. There's a home of some sort that seems to be sheltered within this dome of woven branches. It's right on up ahead.
Do we see any rules written on anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a perception check to try and find those.
Okay. Yeah, but since you're looking for rules, give me a perception to see if you perceive the rules. Yeah, Rhyol, if you please.
Oh, is it dark? Or is Aloe just producing fire?
It's kind of dark, yeah.
I can't see.
Do we get that light for you, Aloe?
One second.
White blinding light.
Okay.
There we go.
As Aloe, as the darkness creeps in and encroaches upon you all, it's a little difficult to see. And Aloe clicks his talons together, and there's the familiar mote of flame that illuminates the area around you. You guys can see in the faint distance, Rhyol can, because she has dark vision. There is what appears to be a piece of paper attached to the house in some manner. You guys move forward, and as you do, the two lampposts that flank each side of the walkway leading up to the house flicker up and pulse and breathe and sort of move about with the air, almost illuminating like the mist itself rather than projecting light, with this eerie green color. Air grows cold.
That is concerning.
Yeah.
However, now in the light, there's a lovely post-it available on the doorway for you.
Yeah. Can we take a closer look at that and see what it
You
says?
sure can. So you go up to the doorway. They're posted, nailed to the abode, with just this sharp piece of bone, just nailing it to the house. I made a handout. It boldly states house rules. Once you enter, if you are so bold, do not utter of temperature, hot or cold. If impolite you are to be, absent will become hospitality. There shall be no fate worse than a seeker of knowledge to suffer my curse.
What?
I believe Karydin sort of rubs his arms. Shouldn't mention the chill.
Zayle's gonna shapeshift all these rules directly onto her arm.
That's a good idea, Xalia.
It's one way to remember it. Okay, so don't speak of temperature.
Seems like that's all. I mean, be polite.
Okay.
So be polite, don't mention the temperature. Got it.
Yeah, that seems simple enough. You'd think Apple would have been wouldn't been too hard to follow rules like these.
She did say they changed every day.
Having discovered a new potential vector of communication, Azalea is going to maybe today is an easy day onto her face.
Like forehead or
Just her eyes the A, an easy day.
cool.
Insane.
I don't think Karydin is immediately gonna notice.
Okay, well, you know.
I can't think of a reason to tell you that you can't do this, so yeah, it happens.
I suppose last one in is a doppelganger, and Karydin steps through the doorway.
Please do not joke about that.
Fair enough.
You know, that is
Too soon?
no, sorry, I'm talking to Xalia. I guess noticing her face. It's like, yeah, I you know, that is a way to communicate.
It's gonna add a smiley face.
You guys notice that Karydin has departed and he is now no longer a member of the group.
Oh no. I guess
Still right here.
No, he's effing gone.
Okay.
he no longer exists. Rest in peace. Yeah, I guess I'll follow him in.
Okay. Everyone else go in?
Yeah.
Azalea's gonna hang back and go in last.
Okay. Lekai, you're going in? Perhaps you are muted?
I forgot I was muted.
Aww.
the old microphone mute. The old inline mute.
Yeah. He's going in sheepishly.
Okay. So you all head in. As you walk in, a powerful feeling of dread grips you, and it feels like someone has draped you with a like a shawl or like a blanket, like has put something on you that just coalesces all over you, and it's very heavy. And I start wondering, okay, so this is how it works then. Ahead of you, a cold, pale light flickers in the air. Flickers in the air. There are 3 candles lit on a table. All around you, there is just a mess of ruined rubble, sundered flooring, dashed walls, broken windows, glass everywhere, several fallen chairs.
This is all in like the dark, right? It's not enough light.
It is all in. So the candles do not produce enough light for you to see.
What about Aloe's produced flame?
However, Aloe's produced flame does.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can see all those things I described because of Aloe's flame.
Got it. I'm going to cast mine. Oh, where is it? There. Dancing lights.
Okay. Ding 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 ding.
So they kind of just like pop out of my machinery as these like it's kind of like lights with like mechanical wings attached to them. You can't really like see the light bulb, but they would look kind of like Aloe's produced flame, but kind of mechanical, like a mechanical imitation,
Okay.
so to speak.
Are they
Like different.
Are they anywhere specific, or are they just orbiting you, or?
I guess they would sort of be like moving out from me so there's 4 of them, right? So I'm like one just kind of like moving slowly, like I guess move over here, one like over here, because I can see these things, but I know the rest of my group cannot.
Okay.
Here, sort of over here, or
Yeah.
moving around, just to light up the space for
Okay. So you perform this action, and you now are confident that your allies can see around. Illuminating the rest of the manse gives you more of these lovely destruction inside here. There's fallen suits of armor that may have been decorative at one time. There's a painting that might kind of like one of those regular luxurious paintings where the whole family's just standing and smiling at the camera. That's been slashed through with this giant claw mark hanging on the wall. You see more broken windows where the entire window has fallen out. And behind you is the door closes.
Was that for dramatic effect?
It was. I apologize if I startled any of you.
I'm good.
Lekai jumps at the sound of the door closing.
And then...
Well, I think that's a good sign that we're not alone.
Certainly, though, making us aware of their presence could be It's not unwelcome.
The what am I trying to say? What am I? Oh my goodness, I forgot. Where is it? Okay, sorry. I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I'm going to use my long-held inspiration on this
Okay, go ahead.
and re-roll.
I cannot.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Everyone is compelled to take off their shoes and neatly arrange them by the door.
Xalia does that without much complaint.
Say it one more time.
Everyone is compelled to take off their shoes and leave them neatly by the door.
I don't think Aloe wears shoes.
Then you automatically pass.
Karydin will take off his shoes and leave them at the door.
It's the same for Lekai. He doesn't wear any.
And then you're A-okay.
Is this compelled as in, like, forced? Or
No,
just
it
you
is
feel
not
like it's
forced.
a very good idea?
It is not forced. It's you. You presume that is probably a good idea.
Okay.
Like as if, like as if you know, like one of your party mates told you. You're like, yeah.
You know, alright, sure. Be respectful, I guess. Yeah, Rhyol will take off her boots and
Okay.
leave them by the door, I guess. Quick question out of character. How do you pronounce the ghost's name?
Sonora.
Sonora?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Once you do, nothing happens. What would you like to do?
I guess Rhyol's just gonna call out, hello? Sonora? We wish to talk to you?
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah, no, Rhyol doesn't know what to do with ghosts.
Okay. The air chills. And the candlelight ahead of you disperses. The candle on the left first, candle on the right first, or second, and candle in the middle last. Now in the dancing lights you can see only the gently waving smoke into the air. This smoke gradually coalesces into some sort of humanoid form, and it takes on the form of a female elf. Her hair and robes waving in a spectral wind. Where once beauty might have been is now just a twisted, hateful expression on her features, just plastered across her visage. She snarls out at you and says, "Foolish mortals, what do you want here? Do you not know it is death to seek me out?"
It's gonna change into like a copy of her, but not ghosty.
Okay. Xalia takes on the horrifying visage of a very long deceased elf lady.
Sonora, we wanted to seek your wisdom. We heard that you carried much knowledge, and we're curious to apprise you of it.
Make a persuasion check, please. She gazes out at you all, sizing you up.
Gotta love when the two characters that have not great charisma.
Part of the fun.
Wait, why is
And you have sought me out. Come to my house with no gift. Are you new residents? No. Of course not. You may be. She scowls at you.
Xalia's gonna walk forward and like offer the same spell book she offered the priestess.
You feel a tug at the book, Xalia.
She lets it go.
And the book slowly wafts toward the ghostly form of Sonora. It opens up, herself not touching it, flips through a few pages, then flips over closed from the flipping through the pages. I see. There is knowledge here. I may trade.
She may what?
I may trade.
Oh, okay.
So they're gonna turn around with this horrifying undead elf visage and just go, ah! And then hide behind, go back behind the rest of you.
You get like a thumbs up.
Ghostly figure. Kind of. It's difficult to say that she smiles because of this countenance that she has. Just this perpetually hateful expression that has been chiseled into her countenance. But if you could take it as a smile, that's what it is. There's this cold amusement exuding from her. Very well, she says. I know that you seek many things.
Well, I wouldn't say two is many, but yes, if you are willing to trade, first and foremost, would you happen to remember a certain priestess that came back here some time before us? Goes by the name of Lady Apple.
We encountered her, and she ran afoul of you some time ago, flouting the rules, unfortunately. We came here in her place in a show of good faith, as well as to seek knowledge. If you would be so kind as to relieve her of the curse you understandably bestowed upon her, we would appreciate that greatly.
the air around you cools with like just the chill of death. Just and there's this ethereal frost that twists and encircles all of you for a brief moment.
Oops, my bad.
As Karydin confirms that he is a white dragon.
Yes.
Out against us. He just checks himself real quick. And it's so sudden of a change that it almost just like yanks the breath out of you, just like I might. She's such a funny plaything. Why do you think that I would be inclined to do such a thing?
Because you, as a keeper of knowledge, would reward those who have learned their place. Would you not? Lady Apple certainly understands the mistake she made, for she warned us. And I assume persuasion?
Is that all you're gonna say?
Yes.
Yeah, roll me a persuasion. Okay.
I have to reload real quick because the dice aren't disappearing.
Oh no.
I have many dice on my screen.
Oodles of 3D dice.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
There we go.
The ghostly elf disappears for a moment. And then, Karydin, you feel this frozen chill wash over you, like caress over your shoulders, down your back. And behind Karydin is Sonora once again. And she's just moving around, disappearing and reappearing. As she moves around each of you, there's this ghostly chill that follows her and envelops you all. And once again, it's like like jumping out into a huge snowbank with just your underclothes before she disappears once again and reappears up top in front of her candles, or behind her candles. And you mentioned a word that I am very interested in. Learn. Show me that you can learn. And there's this ghostly hand that points towards the candles in front of her. There's this wisps mixing in with the smoke. Light all 3 candles with but one flame. Perhaps. She disappears again.
Karydin sort of turns around and gives a pointed look at Aloe.
Aloe just steps towards the candles
Xalia's
She hasn't said it yet, so she's not doing anything.
She's casting Silent Image of Fire.
Okay. Aloe, as you step forward, it seems that the candle's already lit.
Except it's not producing heat or making any noise.
Let's see.
Aloe's gonna turn around, kind of point at the mote of flame floating around his head.
Innocent blinks from the horrifying undead elf visage.
That was quick.
I guess I'm gonna try to light the candles with my flame anyway.
Would be
Okay. Just with produce flame, just moving it across?
Yeah.
Okay. Even though the candle's already lit, you go ahead with your plan, and just the ghostly lady spins back into corporealness, so you can all see her again, and she looks at Xalia with this knowing grin. I suppose that counts.
Xalia smiles right back at her.
Very well. What is it that you wanted? The priestess. You can see the ghostly elf now descend diagonally down towards you, Aloe, where she moves through the candles. Her form briefly expanding around as if the fire ignites past her and then reforms, moving down right next to you. Well, this
we really. Oh.
this horrifying ghost visage of this woman long past, directly in front of you.
We'd really appreciate it if you could break her curse, please.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Ooh.
Not bad. She moves her right hand in this kind of circle motion and extends this bony, smoky finger from her ghost-like apparition face as if she's drawing something. And indeed, you watch her, and there's the smoke from the candles seems to coalesce and stop wherever she's drawing, and she seems to be finished and places her palm across this magic circle that she has drawn, and it pulses for a brief moment and then dissipates into more smoke and just rises into the air. It is done.
Then the priestess, Apple? She's back to normal?
She is.
Thank you.
Inform her that she is not to make the same mistake twice.
We will.
I will not
Summer.
be generous next time.
And we have one more request, if it is not too untoward. I can offer another trade of knowledge, if you would require it.
She fixes you with a glare, this otherworldly stare piercing into your soul, into your eyes. I am listening.
We wish to know the location of a spell book held by the wizard who goes by the alias of Jangle Jangles, I believe it was.
Briefly after Aloe, and then perhaps anybody who has nah, whatever, it's fine. It's pretty obvious. Briefly after she mentioned that Apple has been released from a curse, one of the candles snuffs on the table. And then she
Even
turns
through
her...
the illusion. Even through the illusion.
The illusion is still in place, but there is now telltale, like, the candle is out now, smoke going above. Unless your illusion also includes that there is no smoke?
No, the illusion has smoke.
Okay.
So it just looks like a very smoky candle.
A very smoky
Yeah.
lit candle. I guess you don't notice the... never mind. Retconning, because it requires
A check.
illusion magic. Let's see. If you expressly wonder why the candle is much more smoky than the candle on the left is much more smoky than the others, then you can tell me if you're expressly interested. If not, it's just this one's smokier.
Karydin is a bit focused on other things.
Okay.
Aloe's kind of standing right there, so he's interested.
Okay. Investigation check, or would that even be necessary since you're kind of gathering that it's an illusion and it's cast right in front
I
of you?
guess not.
Investigation check. You have an idea, but you can't prove it.
Okay. I'll take that.
The spellbook of Jangle Jangle. A foolish name.
A foolish name indeed, though. Unfortunately, I was not the one who chose it. In exchange, though I am still learning, I could offer you what knowledge I know of the magic of giant runes. I know 2 such runes thus far, and if I may, I could carve them so that you may study them yourself.
What runes are they?
The runes of fire and the runes of cloud.
There's like a little spurt, like a little fireworks display, like pew, 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 and a waft of cloud that appears on either side of your head when you mention them. suppose. Persuasion check, please.
Mm-hmm. Karydin is real good at getting himself into situations where he has to make checks he's bad at.
Don't you love it when the low charisma characters are the ones who do the talking?
I will absorb this knowledge gladly.
Thank you.
Carve them for me.
Is there a specific place you would prefer? Or shall I do it in front of the altar? The candles, I suppose.
You would vandalize someone's home.
They must be carved. That was one of the places. That was one of the steps I had to learn. I may draw them for you. I have a notebook in which I could sketch them.
Sure, there's like plenty of rocks outside. We could maybe grab.
That as well. Thank you, Rhyol. Whatever is most convenient for you.
Let's see. There's a loud shattering of glass, just from behind you, from one of the windows from the entryway. And coming forward is a large, kind of like football, basketball-sized rock. It moves quickly, just close to you, Karydin, and then before it circles around and floats in front of you for a moment and drops to the ground.
Okay. And Karydin is going to use his hammer and some pitons, because he doesn't actually have a chisel, to carve out the runes on the vaguely spherical rock.
Okay.
If you need an actual chisel, I technically have one.
I mean,
It's fine, I'm joking.
yeah.
That spellbook, I traded it many long years ago. Many of your lifetimes ago. To a necromancer. He mentioned he was heading toward Matsabal. I do not know what became of the book afterward.
Thank you, Sonora. We will use this information to find the spellbook, or relay it to our allies.
The candle on the right gets suspiciously smokier.
That is, those were our only two requests. The door still isn't opening, right?
Not immediately.
I think...
It's been about 10 minutes.
Sure. Unless anyone else...
Spell fades.
Oh.
And you guys can
I
see
say
2 candles.
I say to the group, if anyone has a personal desire to try and learn something or do something here, I believe we are finished with our business.
I will entertain one more question. You amuse me. And she looks down at Xalia from her aloft position. Cleverness
Kinda waves.
shall be rewarded. And the area around you chills to something definitely reminiscent of being on on top of Ye Old Mountain when it's snowy and windy.
I mean, Zayla's gonna walk up kind of slowly, and just stop and kind of look, visible thinking pose.
Would you, Sonora, happen to know the location of one Skarn Earthbeard?
An ambitious dwarf with goals of entrepreneurship. He has gotten himself into some trouble. I do know where he is. She floats around. Moves. She floats slightly lowered and to the left of the candles.
Like, is? As in currently? Does that imply that he's alive still?
Only one question. Do you wish to know if he is alive? Or where?
Where is the more important one of the two? I guess. I kind of sidebar whisper to the group.
She looks around and Lekai, directly next to you, there was this chair that has been minding its own business since you entered. It suddenly and aggressively falls over, just right next to you.
Lekai's gonna... It's not a major sort of movement, but he's going to jump and briefly look at the chair before turning his gaze back to the ghost.
It's a regular wooden chair. Sonora continues moving to the left of where you are currently looking and extends a ghostly hand. He is west from here, in an old keep that was used as a staging ground at one time. Head west. Go no other direction. You will find it. I will make sure of it.
Thank you. Very, very appreciated directions. Rhyol is kind of like keeps trying to maintain eye contact with the ghost, but it's like kind of keeps glancing at the door. I guess like waiting for it to open up.
She grins this mischievous grin at you all. What are you waiting for? You may depart.
Thank you, Sonora. And Karydin turns to leave.
Upon hearing those words, Lekai opens the door and gestures.
Does the door open?
The door opens.
Okay. Yeah. Rhyol's out of there. Just gives a kind of awkward, curt bow, and swiftly leaves.
Okay. With your shoes?
No, she then comes. No, not with the shoes. She then realizes she forgot her boots. So scurry back in, takes them, still doesn't put them on, and leaves. So put them on out there.
Yeah, the guy's already out.
Okay. Does everyone else depart?
Karydin. Go ahead.
As everyone else is filing out, Xalia is going to turn to Sonora and are there more like me?
Could you say it again louder? I
can repeat that if
just
that's
louder.
approximately the volume. That's the volume and intonation she goes for. But
Okay.
Are there more like me?
And Sonora glides closer to you. More like you. Let us see. And extends a ghostly hand. Seems to be answering your question out of amusement, and also perhaps as a singular reward for your display earlier. The answer to your question is yes. There are. You are not alone.
She's just gonna kind of nod at that.
Hidden they may be, reluctant to show the powers that they possess.
Thank you. Thank you. And then she's gonna follow everyone else up.
The chair rights itself as you exit.
Cool.
I hope you said that out of character.
Yes, out of character.
Alright. And so you all race outside. You are now back into the spooky La Forest.
Also, Karydin took his shoes, but did not put them on until he was outside.
Lekai just breathes a sigh of relief. Says, "Finally, we are done here."
Yes, that was rough.
It was tense for sure. But successful.
For sure, we should head back to Apple and, well, I'm sure she knows, but get our information and...
Xalia's gonna tilt her head and go, "What? West?"
Yeah. She said, just go directly west. I mean, we could, if it's been days since he was
That's
captured.
You're right. We should head west.
Yes, I feel if we know his location, I feel we shouldn't delay anymore.
You're right.
I guess Rhyol would look to Lekai and Aloe, see their thoughts on the matter.
West it is.
Whatever you choose, just let's go, please.
All right. I guess let's go.
Westward. As you begin moving west, one of the lamps that had lit the road detaches itself from its post, just makes one quick twist, and then floats there in the air and skitters forward, floating in front of the group. Spins in the air for a moment, and then proceeds forward west with its eerie green
follow the
glow.
lantern.
Yeah, like Rhyol kind of says to the general forest, "Lead the way, Sonora," and follows the lantern.
Okay. So you all proceed forward, following the lantern as its guiding light heads you towards what you presume to be west, towards Skarn's location. We'll take a break there.
Okay.
Alright, so as you follow the lantern, this eerie, like, kind of green glowing lantern, it gets quicker at times, so you guys have to jog and run to catch up to it, and then it's slower at times, and you just walk at a leisurely pace. Is anybody doing anything specific while we're walking, or while we're chasing after this lantern? Purportedly guiding us the way?
I mean, I guess I would be being on the lookout for any gray cloaks.
Perception check from you then, please.
Lekai sort of just like half Hank. He's like trying to be as far as away from the guiding light as possible, but still being close enough to the team.
Rhyol, everywhere you look, you can only just see like just like ghostly, like, after images of Sonora.
Oh no!
This ghostly, like, horrifying visage of this long past ethereal elf lady.
Thanks, I hate it.
Just everywhere, like everywhere you go, just Like sometimes she's laughing, sometimes she's just like doing weird things. Just whatever your mind comes up with at that moment, she's doing that action. No great clicks though.
That's good.
At least there's that. There's a moment where the lantern flashes just a bright green light, and it temporarily blinds you all, and you cover your eyes to keep it from doing any damage to your oculars. And once it flashes, you can see ahead of you. The lantern is now in the ground. It's like dug in like halfway, as it just fell from where its place was. And there's fallen trees, there's the grass, there's rubble everywhere. And then you look ahead of you, there is a sizable structure. It is the you hope the castle that you've been seeking, the keep that you've been seeking. It's got these large battlements. The walls, these exterior walls, are huge. They seem like they've been reinforced over time. The castle's like kind of falling apart in places, but it's been reinforced from where it has. The ceilings jut up 15 feet. There's kind of going everywhere. It seems like there's several towers that are just that are conjoined in several sections. It looks like you have come upon a portion of the keep that, looking around, don't seem to be any entrances. And what would you like to do?
I guess. I'd still like to try and look if I see anyone.
Okay, perception check. What did we get? Bang!
Woo!
2
Wowie.
ones in a row. There's no gray cloaks about. There's this keep that's kind of hard to miss, though. You can see that the battlements are smooth and stone. The keep itself is gray. There's rubble going around it. There's some shrubs that are coming out from the bottom of each like conjoined tower. There's a big tree at your feet. There's a weird smell in the air. Can't really place it. Might be one of your friends. Who knows?
Wait, there's 4 other people. As it turns out, it's your allies that you've been walking with this entire time.
When did you get here?
Let's see. So, you said that there seems to be no other entrances, really? Or no entrances at all?
Seems to be no entrance on this side.
Clearly, there will be 7 entrances on the other side.
Yeah.
Probably. What would you like to do? Would you like to start drilling, or you want to go to the other side, or are we going to build a ladder? What would you like to do?
There's this downed tree right here. Ladder time it is. No.
If we need a wall broken.
Find the weak point.
Save your roll, Rhyol. The next one ought to be good. You're primed. You're primed. You're ready for it.
Literally cannot roll worse.
It's
We
true.
can probably head down a little south from here and check the area.
Okay.
Aloe's moving already.
Aloe already on the move.
Casual reminder, please tell me what you're doing instead of doing it.
Okay.
I guess we're just moving.
Okay,
south.
so you guys go.
Yeah.
You guys go southward around the around the keep, and you're met with more rubble, more shrubs. The castle seems to have been picked apart and put back together. Picked apart, put back together. It's definitely seen its share of battles, and presumably like previous owners. There's downed trees all ahead of you, and you can see more of these conjoined towers. Moving forward a bit, you can see that there appears to be a side entrance. Here, I'll move you guys. Missed one. Moving forward a bit, there appears to be a side entrance right here that kind of like goes in and then like dips into an alcove, and you can see moving around that there appears to be some sort of main entrance. If you continue moving forward.
Well,
Forward as in like continue moving around.
Yes.
Okay.
Quick question: is this area an entrance as well? Like,
It appears to be looking over there, like spotting what might be some kind of like crack or dip through, or maybe functioning as some sort of like secret corridor. You see a part between the battlements where there's just a shrub and you can see past it. You can take a look over there if you like. We're not quite sure where that leads. Do you want to check that out? Or do you want to leave it?
yes,
Okay.
I want to check that out.
Alright, give me a perception check.
Where is?
Okay, not bad. As you guys are moving around, you all suddenly notice that Lekai is not with you any longer, and you can see him darting over towards a section of the wall where they don't touch, and he wades behind some rubble and some shrubbery, and Lekai, you can see above you, perhaps about 10 feet above you, there, 5, 10, guesstimating it, there is a closed door that is baffling. Like, why would anybody put a door there that just leads into an empty hole, into falling down? But as you look around more of it, you can see rubble and sundered stone. Looks like this might have been a hallway of some sort, and the bridge had fallen down. So you see a possible entrance, but it's high up and it's just a door.
Okay. We're gonna keep note of that. We're gonna head back to the team.
Okay. Lekai returns to you all.
you find something, or
I might have found a way in, but seems to be a little bit more cumbersome to get in. If we have a better way around, or at least in the castle.
This place is massive. Wish we got a little bit more information on where Skarn would be within it, but at least we know. At least we finally know where it is. I mean,
This large keep towers over all of you. You can see this little flag waving in the high breeze. Fallen trees all around. guided here by Sonora. Surely, Sonora wouldn't lie to you.
Surely.
Surely.
Well, shall we try this side road and see if it leads to a door or anything?
Why not?
Hmm.
And
Okay.
Karydin heads toward it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'll just-
also make my move.
Follow the group.
Okay. So you
Oh,
guys,
we're going.
so you guys head up towards the side entrance, and Lekai and everyone, you see just a small flight of stairs that moves you up 10 feet, or would incline 10 feet, and then Lekai, make a perception check while you're here. Because surely you would be scouting it out. There's the faint smell of food, like breads, meats on the air.
Guys, there's someone that... I think someone is here. I smell... food. It doesn't smell like old food at all.
But you don't hear anybody?
I can't hear anybody as of now.
Well... Could be a mess hall or a kitchen. Someplace where they're keeping their food. Yeah, there's a chance that it could be as good a place as any.
Right. I assume that we're probably going to be getting into a fight in here
Well,
if they're keeping Scar.
if we could avoid it, it would be nice, but probably not.
I mean, that's all depends on how we want to approach this. Are we gonna kick down that door and announce our presence, or are we gonna try and sneak as much as we can? So right now we have no idea who, what is in this place.
Well, which do you prefer?
Frankly, I'm not much good at sneaking. Clunking around this armor, but
You hear like machinery noise from Rhyol. It's like similar problem here.
I'm willing to defer to people who are better at it than myself.
Point taken. Alright then, I guess I'll lead.
Okay.
Now make my way up the stairs and see if I can peek around the corner.
Are you being a sneaky guy, or are you just, or are you going in?
Sneaky.
Okay, I need a stealth check from you, please. Not bad. An 18.
No low rolls today, baby.
18 plus 5 is okay. Alright. Raikel, you move up. You hear Aloe behind you. Not sure if you're muted or something, Aloe. But anyway. So Lekai, you go in and... were you just muted the whole time?
Whole time.
Yeah, you haven't talked since we came back from break, like at all.
The
My mic
dreaded.
just didn't unmute when I brought it down, I guess.
The dreaded inline mic.
It strikes again.
Whoops.
Alright. So, you go in. It seems to be that you have a large hall above you that directly north it ends in a wall of rubble, but the remainder is still intact. But there's a section that where once perhaps there might have been a door is now only shattered rock and pebbles. This must have once been the keep's banquet hall. It's got a soaring ceiling, 25 feet high. It's got two large wooden tables that are arranged in sort of like a T section. With plain benches that are kind of standing around all the room. There's a brass brazier full of glowing coals that's tucked into a corner. There's dirty dishes. There's half-full stew pots. There's like just heels of bread. There's gnawed bones. There's big, huge legs of meat everywhere. sugar dates, pistachios. You can see barrels with the little taps on them for producing alcoholic liquid, presumably, and see right there. And and then there's cooking pots. Manning the cooking pots is a gray cloak, and chowing down across the way is another gray cloak. Currently, you only see two, and you're comfortable that you're hidden, as they are currently distracted.
Okay.
You're just kind of like peeking, like doing some like Pink Panther around the corner sort of thing.
You're right. I'm gonna move back down to Aloe and mention that it looks like there's two gray cloaks in the room ahead of us. So
If there's any chance to sneak by them.
we could do a pincer attack using that other area I just saw beforehand, because that looks like that may go into this hallway or this area where the gray cloaks are.
Could you see any sort of passage beyond them?
I believe I saw a door, but there's rubble in between the rooms, so not sure if they step over to get to that spot.
Well, if stealth seems like an option, I might have a trick up my sleeve.
What do you got? What do you got?
Well, to put it bluntly, I think I could cloak us very easily. But if we've got to get through a door, then I don't know how long we can stay hidden.
Well, it might be able to work if we take out those two before any commotion happens. You just have to make sure you're quick on it.
Alright. And everyone else?
Xalia is looking at birds.
Can I have a perception check from Xalia?
Okay.
Okay. Xalia, you find a gray jay. There's actually a couple around here. Hearing like a particular like pop, 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 you also managed to find a woodpecker.
Nice, nice. She's looking at the birds.
The only question I got is who's going to take the side?
I mean, there are only two of them in there, you said?
Yes.
Do we really need a pincer attack?
Let's just rush them down. Smack them over the head. Bonk, bonk. Unconscious.
I mean, if we need a some sort of sound or something to distract them, I could create some sort of bell. Then maybe they like have their attention to some sort of sound out here, or not out here, but like I don't know, somewhere else, while we try to either sneak attack them or sneak past them, whichever we end up choosing.
No, if we're going to rush them, then probably won't be necessary, so...
Okay.
we're ready, then let's do it.
Just I don't want this entire keep knowing that we're here. I think either option, that is the probably most important thing for us to keep in mind.
Right.
I will make sure to not use my silver blade then. From what Sig said, it might not be the most stealthy weapon.
Alright, I'm gonna stealthily move back up to my spot.
Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Tiptoe back up the stairs. Side entrance. They haven't really moved. They seem to be just kind of talking idle, like mess hall talk while one's cooking. Seems like he's got a lot of food.
Hey. I'm assuming they're facing each other, correct?
Yes.
Alright.
You currently have the skill and the good fortune that they are not noticing you.
I am going to use a distraction with my dagger to hit this area.
Okay.
And during that, I'm gonna rush him.
Oh god. Okay, I guess we're just going in.
Okay. Let's see. Make an attack roll with advantage with not the dagger of returning, because that's flying through the air.
Right.
All right.
And
A 15 will. A 20. 20 will hit. So yeah. So what does this whole thing look like? It succeeds. Your plan works. so paint a picture for me.
okay, so once as I get an idea that they're basically talking to each other and they haven't noticed me, I'm gonna throw the dagger low to the ground to make sure that this guy doesn't see it. And when it hits sort of a takung, both of them sort of turn. And during that moment, I sprint really quickly, cat-like, as soon as I can get around walls correctly.
Okay.
And I stab him with my dagger.
Okay.
This is normal or critical?
It's a normal,
Okay.
but you get sneak attack on it. Hang on there, Aloe.
Wait. And the sneak attack.
Okay. 6 plus 5. All right. So, ching, 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 you catch their attention, and then you rush forward, and then sink your dagger directly into this dude's, like where his neck meets his shoulder. Just he yells out, "Ah!" And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Okay. Oh. That wasn't me. Very sure.
Well, you're just hitting everything.
Didn't roll bad. In fact, we so far we're doing pretty good on initiative.
I mean,
good
we
work.
do have the advantage. No.
That's true.
And let's see. So you sink your dagger into this dude's body. Blood goes everywhere. He's not very happy about it. You look around, just making sure nobody heard anything. You look to your left. You can see that there is another gray cloak positioned there. He sees you, unsheathes his sword, and Xalia, take it away.
Well, she heard loud noises, so she's not looking at the birds anymore. So he's just gonna kind of cautiously walk up, see Aloe, and kind of poke him and tilt their head at him.
Hey, Lekai's getting into something in there.
Okay. I think they can only move one more, so let's see.
Okay. You see Lekai rush a dude, and the two people before you.
She's gonna she'll touch the dude Lekai rushed.
Oh, nice. Cool. Go ahead and roll damage.
Thank you, Xalia.
How would you like to
turn?
slay the Wraith Guard? Because one is what you needed.
I mean, it's 1 damage, so she just kind of pokes him in the face, and that just goes straight through it, like straight through her ridge.
Oh, just poke something else that didn't need to be touched.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, there
That's
you
a
go.
turn.
There you go. Which brings us to Aloe.
Grand.
Well, seeing Lekai just rush in, he's gonna sprint in right behind him. Run up on this guy, who is clearly not got the fastest reaction times.
He's got like all these cooking utensils. He's trying to put them down real quick, like in where they specifically go.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta make sure the cooking utensil is here.
He's gonna pull out his dagger, hold it against his opposite hand's palm, do some magicy wagicy finger wavy stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Okay.
and
I'm all for the magic waggy.
the blade ignites.
Yo!
Oh, shit.
Nice.
I fully thought you were just gonna stab him.
I mean, that's still the plan.
He's still low, yeah.
It's not a plan, but I thought, you know.
Now it's a flaming
So
stab.
you create a fiery blade. Just all right. So just you trace the blade and it ignites.
I do. Give this guy a friendly look.
A 19 will do it. Sorry, 19 plus
Right.
5. Yeah, 24 will do it. Give me that casual 3d6.
Oh, jeez.
What the heck?
Flame Blade is a little bit strong.
You were just saving your rolls for the fight. That was it.
Yeah.
Why are there so many numbers appearing above this guy?
Hmm.
He's getting
Oh, because he
owned.
got flame bladed. Obviously.
It's a lot more than just 11.
He got owned, okay.
Okay. He is barely hanging on. So your flame blade attack wreaths across him, and he is not okay. Would you like to do anything else?
I think that's my turn.
Okay.
My cooking utensil.
No, my ladle! Alright, so this Wraithguard pulls out his sword, and he sees that his friend has been hella shanked, and then hella poked in the face by some sort of like unseen hand. He rushes forward and goes to stabify. Or sorry, slice Lekai.
Some dice.
He brings his sword and then brings it diagonally across, but you're too ready. You deflect it with your dagger in the offhand after bringing it out of this other dude.
After it returns.
Yeah. And he's going to drop his longsword. It clangs to the floor, clang, 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 and he quickly draws out his wavy bladed kris. He's going to try to stab you with it. And fail horribly. Karydin.
Okay. Karydin is hearing a lot of noises, but he can't really see what's going on. So like... That's 10. 15, 20, 25, 30. Karydin's gonna move in here.
You see
And...
before you the scene.
The scene. Okay. That's as far as he can really move, so that'll be his turn.
Okay. Lekai, back to you. You have someone trying to attack you. Ineptly.
Wait, do
The first one was a surprise round. Rhyol is after you.
oh, okay. All right, I mixed up for a second. After the dagger returns, I'm going to reposition and return the favor of stabbing him.
You call that a knife? This is a knife. Yeah, an 18 hits. And since you are a swashbuckler, he's the only one around you. I'm pretty sure that does something.
Won't go away.
Yeah, you get sneak attack. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yes, it was something else that I thought I remembered. I wanted to check it for like 2 seconds.
7 plus... Yeah, being a swashbuckler does something alright. It kills it.
I guess I'll find out that other thing later. And then,
as you shank this dude in the stomach, he lets out like his last breath of air. It's like, we're under attack.
So during then, I go back into stealth, and I want to check around this corner.
Okay, so bonus action, hide. So cunning action, and a stealth check from you. An 11. Okay, so you you crouch down and start moving around. Okay. You move
right
into
here.
this next section, and you see like some bones strewn about. There's a fallen over pillar, a chandelier that was perhaps once part of the ceiling has been crashed down to the ground. You move forward and you check out the main section. You see there's this large drapery that is preventing like easy sight over into the main foyer. You take it back. You draw it back a sec and like look past it. You see the main entrance area of this keep. There's 2 gargoyle heads that give this watchful gaze over the entrance. There's some smashed double doors that have fallen off their hinges, and they're now lying there on the cold gray stone. And across the way, you see another like tapestry or drape that is functioning as a blinder or a door.
Okay, just a no.
Yeah,
okay,
like
yeah,
that.
because I was about to say I couldn't see.
There you go.
Some reason it's like cutting it, and so
Yeah.
it doesn't actually show anything.
Yeah, it's a
right
special
there.
type of wall. It's gone now.
Okay. Okay,
All right.
and that's it for me.
Which brings us to Rhyol. You hear this clatter. You hear some like scuffle sounds.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, it's just there. 5, 10. She sort of like tries to run in. And then I guess she's only going to move here. But as she's like running in, she's like putting on or like doffing her armor. So like the backpack again, like sort of transfer.
Yeah.
You know, like old like in like you know how it's in like old Sentai you know, Japanese like Power Rangers, like the Zoids like kind of like open and like shift into becoming like what it is. Her back, her you know, like her machine backpack that kind of like opens and like shifts and it becomes the power loader kind of top half.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, more or less.
All right, cool. You're ready.
Yeah,
You're
and
prepared. This is the
that's an
stance.
action.
Yep.
This is the stance.
Okay.
So yeah, yeah, I'm ready. Hopefully, there's still anything for me to be ready for when I'm there.
Okay. All right. So, which brings us to this gray cloak. He's cooking. He's got his ladles. He's got his food. He's got his meats, and he's got his big ol' gaping fire wound from being flame bladed by Aloe the Kenku, and he's gonna go and then he goes and scoops out some like boiling hot water with his ladle and splashes it onto Aloe.
Weird.
He's gonna. He's decent at cooking, so he's gonna add his proficiency bonus to it. It's still not gonna be enough.
He tried to swing with the ladder.
Okay, my dudes are rolling hella low.
Poor dudes.
Yeah.
This is to make up for that natural 20 you got as Sonora.
I mean, that helped you.
Yeah, wasn't that
know. I know.
And then the guy's gonna look around. No! No, don't take me! I have to! And he's gonna try to jump over the the table. I imagine you're going to have something to say about that.
I sure am.
Okay.
So, in an instance like this, would I take my opportunity attack with the flame blade?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Wait, is that you can use your
What do
action
you
to
mean
make a
spell
melee?
text?
Yeah. The blade is similar, it lasts for the duration. If you let go of the blade, you can evoke the blade. You can evoke the blade again as a bonus action. It's if it disappears. You can use your action to make a melee spell attack with the fire blade. It doesn't say like you are now wielding a weapon.
Yeah, I don't think it worked. Because it also says you specifically use an action to make a single attack.
Oh.
So it's not like an attack action. It's not doesn't count as a weapon. You could stab him with a dagger if you still have that though.
Okay. I mean, I do still have a dagger.
Yeah, he could just do a regular dagger and that's it.
It doesn't say it goes again. It goes away when you attack. It says it
Yeah,
lasts
no,
for the
it
duration
lasts
and it lasts for 10 minutes.
No,
Yeah.
the thing is, it doesn't say that you can use it on your reaction.
Yeah, it doesn't say like you are now wielding this thing as a weapon. It's like you can use this to make a melee spell attack. It's like Green Flame Blade. You can't use Green Flame Blade unless you're like a Warcaster or something on a reaction.
Or you can imagine it as once as he stabbed him with the dagger, the flames just kind of exploded
Yeah.
onto his
Yeah.
body.
So like,
Yeah, no, I get it.
the flame goes, and then like he's got to. It takes about 6 seconds for the flames to come back. All right,
Yeah, I get it.
what you
Breath
got?
of the Wild style.
So anyway,
13 is his armor class. So yeah,
So
it
does
hits.
that. Cool.
Okay. He also only had 1 HP left, so he's done.
I got his ankle on his way over the counter.
Yeah. So like he's trying to like clamber over the food and like not step on like the meat and the bread, and then you just cut the you just yeah. Okay, so like out of a horror movie, you cut the jugular on his ankle and just. And then blood goes everywhere, and he spills and flops over on the table and lands on the other side.
Poor guy.
He immediately dies from blood loss from his foot.
Mm-hmm.
Poor guy as he brutally stabs him.
I mean, yeah.
Is combat over?
One, right?
Combat is
everyone.
technically over.
Oh wait, they're dead.
Everyone appears to be dead. Darn.
Rhyol comes stalking into the room. Like, alright, I'm ready.
Glad you could join
Yeah,
us.
I believe they took care of it, the situation without us.
Lekai shuffles back into the room. Hey,
Good job.
Yeah.
Okay. Rhyol comes charging in the room with her power loader gear at the same time that Lekai shuffles back in. And before you, it seems like a banquet hall. There's food. It's quite a bit. Huge legs of meat, big bags of like nuts and fruits. There's like a little cooking section that Aloe is currently standing next to. Loaves of bread on the table. They're all kind of. They've even got tablecloths. There's some civility among these gray cloaks. You guys can see that there
Eating
is.
the bread.
Huh?
Xalia is eating the bread.
It actually tastes kind of good. They must have a bread machine somewhere.
Bread machine, let's go.
Looking off to the right, you can see there's a hole in the wall where the wall seems to have collapsed down, and then there's like there's another section that is of rubble that has collapsed down as well. Directly across from this, you can see a closed door. And there you can see that there's a section of ruined wall that has also collapsed to the north, providing access to the main hallway or corridor that you among this keep. What you guys got?
Rhyol's not gonna come in here and do nothing, so she's gonna go and like loot the bodies, I guess, inspect the bodies.
Okay, roll me an investigation check.
She has to feel like she's doing something.
Okay, with your loader arms, you definitely
very delicately.
You definitely inspect the body, and you find pretty much just like their armaments. There's a lovely longsword. They've got another one of these wavy bladed krisses, as they seem to always have. He's got like a pouch of slingshot. You could purloin his leather armor if you really wanted to. You also find, let's see here. You find 2 gold and 4 electrum and 6 silver.
More money.
And then that money represents everybody. Lekai, you also find those armaments. So like there's the longsword, like this Chris dagger. The one that came in from the side also had a short bow, but not really anything interesting on these guys specifically. However, as you guys are taking the time to investigate and check out the bodies and stuff, there's an eerie chill in the air. Something reminiscent of your experience with Sonora, and Rhyol, from the body, just there's a spiral, not really a spiral, there's a column of smoke coming out, just, and now next to you is a ghost. It is now so like there's this evil like creature looking at you. It yells at you and shrieks, and it doesn't seem to like you very much.
That's another initiative roll, huh?
We're in the same initiative because it would just take too much time. It's not
Back
necessary.
at it again. By the way, I want to take the Chris stack, the wavy Chris and the short bow.
Okay. Xalia, take it away.
She's eating bread.
This is some good bread.
She doesn't even notice this. That's her turn.
Yeah. The bread is actually pretty tasty. Like it's got like that nice, like fresh made flavor. Some of it was pretty good with this.
She's enjoying the bread.
It's tasty. Yum 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 yum. Aloe, hello.
Hello.
As you're
I was
checking out
very
the
interested in this break on the wall, but
as you're checking this break in the wall, you hear this this ruckus.
yeah. So, I mean, I still got this flame blade.
You sure do.
Oops. Oh, can I get that spell slot back? I didn't mean to consume it.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, you can add it back.
Yeah, you can manually do it, or I can do it for you if you like.
I think I know how to do it.
Okay.
Quick out of question. The Chris and the short bow, they don't have any. I assume they're just 1d4 or something like that.
The Chris is a 1d4. The short bow is a 1d6.
Okay.
But you do need the arrows for it.
Yeah.
These are really out of the way.
Yeah, I just wanted to read it, and the game was like, "Yeah, you don't have anything."
Hold on. Let me get over here.
You also find like 4 arrows, Lekai. 4 short bow arrows. You can pull them from the compendium, from the item compendium. 19 will hit the specter.
All right.
14 will severely wound the specter. 14 damage. Excuse me. Owie. Okay, so your attention quickly shifts away from the hole in the wall and what could lie beyond the door, and jumping over the table, doing some kind of like cool action movie slide. You swipe with
exactly right.
You swipe with the flame blade in the same motion and cut through the thing's form. It shrieks and recoils as it takes the elemental damage. Karydin.
Hi. Well, Aloe stole my move. Karydin's gonna sadly trundle over and
You could do the same thing, just run into him.
Yeah, just steal it back.
Gonna take a half-hearted swing with his long sword.
20 will hit.
Pretty wholehearted for me.
Half-hearted 20.
A half-hearted swing with his long sword.
9 damage is pretty good.
It's pretty alright.
It's not a combat.
Karydin, he was so excited. He like, you know, in those action movies when the character plans out everything, you see the scene and then they reenact it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you see the scene ahead of time, and then like they say what they're gonna do and they explain it, and then you see it happen in fast motion. Karydin was so ready for that. That was what was happening, and then he realized that Aloe already did exactly what he was planning on doing. So he just kind of like... He just like sadly jogs over. He's got a big frown on his face. And he just takes his long sword and like one-armed, he doesn't even like follow through, he just swings it and like lurches over and cuts the specter in half. Like its form dissipates.
Yeah, just its
After
form
the swing.
splits with the long sword with a departing shriek.
Uh-huh.
as Karydin pouts and slaps.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Alright.
So much for that fight.
Alright. So
Rhyol, like, I guess everyone else reacted fast, but Rhyol would like taking like a scream, like ah, like try to swipe at it, only for it to be already dead. She should have like fall back. I was like, oh, you guys already killed it. Okay.
And with the Grey Close ghost vanquished, and you all looking around, getting your bearings and preparing to move forward throughout the rest of the keep and rescue your employer Skarn, who is the who may be all too happy to owe you guys $50. And maneuvering through, seeing what dangers await you in here, and with a mouthful of bread.
The most important part.
With a mouthful of bread and a keep to explore, you guys press onwards.